Hi, I'm Ed Pound, the Managing Director of the Operations Science Institute. Welcome to the Institute's series, 52 Weeks of Operations Science in 2 minutes. To be clear, we're not going to compress a year's worth of operations science into 2 minutes. Every week during this 52-week series, we will provide 2 minutes of powerful, practical operations science insights. If you are not already applying operations science, you're wasting money and resources. Supercharge your and your team's skills with high-value, low-cost operations science online certification. This week, we look at a company that realized a 30% increase in throughput from a simple, quick, and powerful operations science analysis. This was one of my early experiences when I was a consultant applying operations science. I was a little nervous because it was the first time I had worked with this type of product. Their automated one-piece flow line had been in production for 15 years, and they wanted to improve throughput. It was a great product for the company and its customers. When I arrived, there were technicians working on a project to speed up gluing to take 2 seconds out of glue time. The product was similar to this picture. It was an assembly of mostly plastic components and tubing that were glued together. Here's what the assembly line looked like. There were stocks of components. These were fed on feeder lines to the main assembly line. There were a number of operations on the main assembly line. The final assembly was put into a protective cover and then out to packaging for shipment, and shipment was only once a day. The first day we got there, we did introductions and gathered some information for a flow performance analysis. You can go back to the week 12 video for a refresher. We found the WIP on the line to be about 480 pieces, and they told us the average throughput was about 18,000 pieces a day. With these two pieces of information, Little's Law showed us that the average cycle time was about 25 minutes. With our operations science lens, it looked to us like increasing WIP would lead to a 30% increase in throughput. How would that work? We weren't sure. We had only been there for 1 day. Another effect of this was that cycle time would increase to 195 minutes, but they only shipped once a day, so that didn't really make any difference. Also, the WIP was very inexpensive, so a big increase in WIP did not mean a big cash investment. This analysis provided huge insight for the site team. We quickly realized the problem. Every time any of the feeder lines or any operation on the line stopped, the entire line stopped. That means every other feeder line stopped also. The solution? The solution was to decouple the feeder lines from the main line and install WIP buffers. Without these WIP buffers, all production was subject to variability in performance from any one operation on the line. If you have zero variability, one-piece flow works great. However, in the real world, there is usually plenty of variability, and it must be buffered if you want more throughput. The site personnel's initial reaction to the proposal was disbelief. Think deer in the headlights, since they had been working with this for 15 years. But they were open-minded. We did a manual test of the buffer concept, which worked very well, and left with 2 bottles of nice wine as a thank you. After a couple of months, they standardized production at the higher throughput level. Next week, we look at that most contemporary of topics, operations science and artificial intelligence. Please join us at the Operations Science Institute. Like, share, subscribe, and comment on this video. Create an account at opscience.org for more great resources. Both the account and the resources are free. Contact us at info@opscience.org for personalized training. The Institute will train and certify your own trainers for long-term sustainability in your organization. Get your own Operations Science online certification. Share your knowledge and inspire, energize, and sustain success for you and those around you.